creepy to the utmost spookiest degree, this is the city of Salem. So the people here in Salem, they never expected that, I guess, that Halloween would become such a big boom of a tourist attraction, but I guess that is what it became. And in a way, because it brings in tourism, it's kind of hard to say no to that. So that's what I was saying, how it is kind of morbid to be celebrating it, that something is so sad, but at the same time for many people who are so intrigued by Halloween and spooks and an altered dimension, that it brings joy to them. So this beautiful big tree behind me, they actually believe that the witches of Salem were actually hanged here, but this is not actually true, because if you think about it, this burial ground is a sacred place, so witches are not allowed here. So their bodies were actually disposed of and not told by anyone, because they wouldn't give them honor or any respect, so they were disposed of, either thrown into the river or God knows what happened. So all these rocks here, there's 10 on each side. These were all the witches were buried, and yeah, it really is just, it's unfortunate, because the things that we learned in school, we're not really sure, were they really witches, were they not witches, but in the end it really was just, there was no proof that they were, and it was based off, I wouldn't say a lie, but there was that vicious cycle, because they even accused men of being witches, because if you were convicted of being a witch, then your land would go up for auction. So now they started accusing men, so that for those who were greedy for having their own land, they could just accuse anyone. So these are the biggest misconception, is that the Salem Witch Trials, they killed hundreds, but actually there was only, well, not only, but there were 20. So 19 were hanged and 1 was pressed to death. Okay, so I'm here in Salem, and you know, it is pretty much like a mecca for Halloween celebrations. And what do you think about when you think of Halloween? Trick or treat? Of course, the treat is in the candies, and I'm just about to walk in to a manufacturing confectionery. In fact, they claim to be the oldest candy store in America. It's been since 1806. It's the Ye Olde Pepper Company. insane.
Deadly.
Deadly. Oh, it's a baked oven pizza. Candy pizza. I don't know if it looks like a pizza. Pizza! Okay, so they have so many chocolates, and this is called the Snapping Turtles. So it's got almonds, chipotle pepper with a bit of salt, and chocolate. Let's give it a try. Ta-da! So it's spicy, sweet, and salty. Okay. Let's not use the front teeth. Chewy, crunchy, creamy, very spicy.
Good.
But sweet. Wow, that's lovely. We got you some. Awesome. So that is the Snapping Turtle. So I'm here in Salem, guys. I know it's so cloudy, but I'm wearing shades. Anyway, moving on. So we're by the water, and here in Salem, you know, of course, it's by the coast. So we're gonna have seafood again, and this is the restaurant that we just ate at. It's called Sea Level, and oh my God, if you guys are seeing this right now, you know the way the food is presented. It not only looks pretty, but it's actually so good. The octopus over the hummus with a bit of the salad, and then my Baja fish tacos. You know, when you think of fish tacos, when you think of fried food, usually things are fried because they're trying to mask the flavor of it not being fresh. But we're by the water, and it is just so good. It's so light and batter. And the oysters, we got them in a variety. It was really good as well. And I've never seen, you know, popcorn shrimp served with popcorn. So that was interesting too. You know, it is a bit morbid to be celebrating Halloween in Salem, especially knowing that lives were killed here for absolutely no reason. In fact, they did admit later on that it was a crime that what they did. But coincidentally, you know, the witchery and all that, it's made it a mecca for Halloween. That's why everywhere that you find, there's like posters for Halloween, for witches. Even the stores, they say they have magical supplies. So it's interesting. So if there is a show that totally depicts being a witch, it would be Bewitched. So Elizabeth Montgomery playing Samantha, and that's her statue over there, the life size. Okay, so right behind me, that scene in Hocus Pocus where they're casting a spell on you, they shot that here. That's a town hall. Okay, so ever so quickly, so that scene in Hocus Pocus, the opening scene, there's this boy who's on the hill and he's looking over to the other side, and there's this tower. This is actually the tower that he was looking at. Now that scene was supposed to imply that, you know, because it's Hocus Pocus witches, it was like he was looking into Salem, but actually this is Marblehead. So I heard that coming here for Halloween is a circus in the sense that it's so crowded, but the way they go all out with the decoration is really full on, and that would be so interesting, whether it be gory or just spooky for all the kids and the adults. It's pretty cool. So in keeping with the witch theme and all the things that's very Hocus Pocus, you know, here in the main shopping street, you know, you can have your psychic reading, you can buy paraphernalia, magnets, t-shirts that say Salem, that has to do with witch, that has to do with anything bewitched, pretty much. So on my right hand side, she's having a psychic reading. I don't want to go too close because, you know, it is a very personal thing. They even have a tattooed parlor that says Witch to the Ink. So everything witch, bewitched theme, you'll find it here in Salem.